Hi, everybody. Welcome to another special edition of In the Weeds with Jimmy Young, our regularly scheduled one-on-one or one-on-two interviews with interesting people in the cannabis world. Perhaps the most interesting person that I've met in the cannabis world is a guy named Gary Sohmers, who I've known back in the day when we were both in the television world. Gary, thank you so much for joining us.
Aloha, Jimmy et al. Hello, everybody.
Aloha, Gary. All right. So here it is this weekend. When I say this weekend, it's the weekend of September 22 to 24, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The weather is going to cooperate for the most part. And I know you've already taken cautions to that as well. But let's talk about the Highlife Style. This is the second annual. I was at the first. I have some images of it, so I'm going to put those in as we talk about it. I personally had an amazing time at your event last year. First of all, the weather was beautiful. The music was incredible. The guests were amazing. The people I met there were amazing. There was good business networking. Gary, you had it all going last year. Are you going to be able to top it this year?
Probably not. You can't top Cheech and all that great stuff. Things have changed this year. The CCC is kind of in disarray about social consumption events. The industry is in a shakeup about the price and the staffing, and there's so many excuses for not going to a great event that I've heard that I just feel that the industry needs this opportunity to create the correct social consumption model so that the CCC and the dispensaries and the brands and the growers all see a model that they can participate in that is good for business, good for the economy, good for the legality of cannabis, and also an educational and entertaining event. And that's what we try and produce with the Highlife Style Show. Last year, I was partnered with Mark Shepard and Nican. Yep. This year, I'm doing it all on my own. So it's more of a,
challenge.
No, it's not the challenge. Producing the show is not the thing. The challenge is getting the word out. I mean, honestly, you can't advertise a cannabis event in very many ways. It's very much controlled by social media. So we're doing our best. We have a smaller show than last year, exhibitor-wise, and we were very lucky to be in a fabulous venue. The Boxborough Regency Hotel in Boxborough, Mass. is private property. So we, like last year, we check everyone's ID. No one's allowed on property. It's not 21. So that gives us this kind of a fine space in what's legal and what's not legal. It's legal to do what we're doing. It's just not written correctly in the laws for the CCC. But again, last year we proved it. This year we expect to prove it better, that we can have an indoor social consumption event that is B2B and B2C with entertainment and have no problems, just like last year.
It's a great party. Gary, you cut to the chase. It's a great party. It's like-minded, thinking people, which I like. It's BYOC, which I love, the bring your own cannabis thing.
We moved it indoors. You were talking about the outdoors and the weather.
That was last year, yeah.
Last year we were outdoors. We had wind, we had rain. This year with hurricanes and everything else, there's no reason to be able to sustain an outdoor model at this point. So we moved everything into the big giant exhibit hall, and we're going to have between the exhibit hall and the courtyard almost 30,000 square feet of space for social consumption. So that gives us the opportunity, because the hotel is private property, it means they can make the rules up about consumption of medication on property. Mm-hmm. Now they have dog shows there. Dog shows smell worse than a weed show. No two ways about it. So their model becomes, how much does it cost to clean up? And I'm paying the fee. So I'm encouraging everybody to come in to the party. Live music all day on Saturday and Sunday. Friday, we open at 3 o'clock in the afternoon with Grateful Dub doing 2.5 hours of Grateful Dead reggae, and in the exhibit hall with the vendors. Then after that, Friday night, Deadbeat does a 3-hour Grateful Dead show in the courtyard. Both are consumption friendly. During the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we open at 10 a.m. Music starts at 10:30 a.m. Music goes until 6 p.m. or so. Then the after party Saturday night with DJ Stenny and Boston Music Award winner Oompa will be hosting it. Hip hop legend in the scene. And then that's Fortunate Youth, Mighty Mystic, DJ Stenny, DJ Slim. Sunday, it's NRBQ. It's our Americana Day. All New England acts. NRBQ, The Good, the Bag, and the Butcher, featuring Cliff Goodwin, Sal Baglio, and John Butcher, and Girl with the Hawk opening the show. There's tattoo artists on site. There is other artists and authors on site. Brian O'Halloran from Clerks will be there signing autographs like Cheech was last year, doing photo ops and doing some comedy. Our keynote is being delivered by Shaleen Title, former CCC commissioner. Shaleen is going to help us address the craft bud movement. We believe the whole model of this was that this event is scaled and modeled after the craft wine and the craft beer industry. There's no reason why we can't have a craft bud industry that supports the craft bud businesses, which is everybody, growers, distributors, brands, and dispensaries, all are part of the craft bud model. We believe that eventually there will be butteries, just like wineries and breweries. And these butteries will need conventions like this so people can go and taste all the different products from all the different butteries. Right now, we got pretty much a nice tasting event. Please come and taste our products. Enjoy the party. It goes all day, every day, September 22 to 24. Come on down.
I'm not Max Yasgur, but it's 3 days of fun and music and nothing but fun and music, as the guy who hosted Woodstock back in the late 60s. If anybody's watching this actually remembers the 60s, because Gary, I know you do.
It's my job, knowing the value of 100,000 useless objects. You know, I can't remember names or faces, but I can tell you what your youth is worth right now. I could sell it back to you.
I love that. I love that. And what's the fee to get in and all that neat stuff? We know we have to be over 21.
Got to be over 21. Right now on the internet-y thing on Eventbrite, you can actually get a weekend pass for only $50 by using the code Let's Go Together. LETSGOTOGETHER in the Eventbrite code, and you can get a $75 ticket for only $50. Daily, Friday and Sunday, $30 in advance, 40 at the door. Saturday, 35 in advance, 45 at the door.
Yeah.
So it's cheap enough. I mean, you pay that much to go into a bar, and there's free parking. So yeah, it's definitely a value for the money, because there's no parking fee. There's a lot of space. It's a beautiful venue and great music, great programming, guaranteed not boring.
Not boring. And that's you, Gary. You are not boring. You are what we say in the industry, good copy, and more importantly, a good interview and a good guy. So Gary Sohmers from the Highlife Show, I so appreciate your efforts in this. We need to get to normalization, and your thing last year, your Highlife Style Show last year was the most normal, calm, fun 3 days of fun and music and business networking and interviews and what have you that I've had in the 5 years that I've been doing this. So again, congrats on that. And we wish you the best of luck this weekend at the Boxborough, Massachusetts, Regency in Boxborough, Massachusetts. That's where you can find it. What's the website? Go ahead.
Yeah, go to the website at highlifestyleshow.com. Also, we're on the internet-y thing on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. Tickets are on sale on Eventbrite. If you have any questions, you can email me through the highlifestyleshow.com, because we're all living the high life.
Absolutely. Gary Sohmers, thank you so much for joining us on a special edition of In the Weeds with Jimmy Young. And there'll always be more specials in the next few weeks.